Hot Sport with Yubby on Hot 93.3.
The Champions League returns for another interesting season, and boy, do we have massive fixtures. PSV are traveling to the Camp Nou to take on none other than Lionel Messi and Barcelona. International Milan will take on Tottenham Hotspur. Massive game for the Premier League side, who have come back into the game after a loss to Liverpool in the weekend. Can Inter Milan get their season going finally? It has been a topsy-turvy one, but hey, massive game to look forward to. Also, we would see the likes of Borussia Dortmund take on Club Brugge. Monaco play host to Atletico Madrid, who have had a stuttering start to the season so far as well. Napoli travel to Serbia, and of course PSG would play Liverpool in what is the biggest match day one fixture in the group stage. Let us know your thoughts, because I've got a few questions to ask as far as the Champions League goes this season. Starting off with this question. Now, the big one is, can Real Madrid win a fourth consecutive title? Let us know on WhatsApp 081-800-899. Any early takers, let us know your thoughts as far as that goes. Do Juventus have the missing piece of the jigsaw in Ronaldo? Can they go on to win a Champions League title that has eluded them for the last 4 years? And another big question I've got to ask you is, can Liverpool reach the Champions League final again? You've got to factor in their big spending in the summer. They brought in loads of players, and they've literally got 2 players for each position. And when you think about the fact that Fabinho, who came from Monaco, hasn't started the game yet for Liverpool, it just it's mind-boggling. But hey, let us know your thoughts on that as well. Hit us up on the WhatsApp platform. That's 081-800-899-33. Up on Twitter at HotFM_Lagos. You should be following us. Use the hashtag HotSports for your thoughts to come in here. Right. Let's keep the pace going now, because I've got more questions as far as Champions League goes. But let's look at the group phases. We've got from Group A to Group H, which is about how many groups now? That's about 8 groups in the Champions League. Now, let's refresh your minds as far as the group standings go. Let's go. Madrid find themselves in Group A with Borussia Dortmund, Club Brugge, and Monaco. Barcelona find themselves in Group B, International Milan, of course PSV, and Tottenham Hotspur. Who do you think will qualify from that group? You can send us your early takers as for the teams that will qualify from the Champions League. I think personally in Group A, I see Atletico Madrid qualifying. They've always got a thing for the Champions League, and of course Borussia Dortmund as well. Monaco look a bit of a shaky side. 2 seasons ago, up to the Champions League semi-final, looked a great side, but I just feel they've lost that bit of pace about themselves and exhilarating performances. Kylian Mbappe out. Fabinho left last season. That generation of superstars left the club, and I think it leaves them a bit short in the team. Right. Group B, of course, Barcelona have got to qualify from that group. But hey, could a surprise happen there? Inter Milan haven't started the season well, which would knock back their chances. I think Tottenham and Barcelona qualify from that group. Group C sees this club is, it's difficult to pronounce their name, isn't it? Cristiano Zvezda, which they're basically from Serbia, Montenegro, Serbia basically. Liverpool, Napoli, and PSG in Group C, which is literally the toughest group going by the teams in that group. Can Napoli retain the intensity under Carlo Ancelotti? We saw Napoli grow to become one of the very tough European sides last season under Maurizio Sarri. Can they do it this season? I think Napoli and I think Liverpool and PSG qualify, no brainer there. But hey, this group is difficult. Carlo Ancelotti has got a lot of Champions League experience, and it's one thing about this guy. He can win a Champions League. He's won 3 Champions League titles, so I wouldn't put it past him to be the difference between himself and Liverpool and PSG. Right. Also, another big question I wanted to ask is, can PSG step up a notch higher in the Champions League? And normally, the big question about PSG is the fact that, in the league, they don't get tested enough. When they get to the Champions League, the tactical acumen and all that stuff doesn't quite show, and the Neymars and the Mbappes cannot really express themselves. But it's going to be a second season for Kylian Mbappe. Do you think he's got the know-how now, and especially off the back of a fantastic World Cup where, he literally was the golden boy for French football? Can he now translate that to the PSG team? Has Neymar learned from an awkward last season? Can he eventually go on to win the Champions League and, get back into the Ballon d'Or top 3? Let us know your thoughts on that as well. Hit us up on the WhatsApp and Twitter platform. We're also visual radio. and you can also be a part of this on the website. That's hotfm.ng. I click on the Lagos bits, live basically. You watch everything happening in the studio, and of course, very exciting stuff out there. Let's head over to WhatsApp now, because we do have a few thoughts that have come in. This one's from Shomi Kende. It's been off and on nowadays, but says watch out for Neymar versus Salah. A capital no, Madrid can never win it for a fourth time. Shomi never completes his thoughts on the WhatsApp platform. Always typing in bits, but hey, dearly appreciate your contributions, by the way. Says Liverpool and PSG can qualify from the group. I'm literally having to autocorrect show missed WhatsApp messages. Kelvin the Jiggyman from Ikeja says that thank God the Champions League is back, and I can't wait to see Liverpool versus PSG tonight. It will be a cracker. Barcelona will get the job done against PSV. More thoughts coming in here. Josie Annie says a fantastic Tuesday, Yubby. A fantastic Tuesday back to you. Says yep, the Champions League is back. For the quiz, if Real Madrid can retain the UCL, I think it'll be difficult to win it again. But in football, anything can happen. For Liverpool reaching the Champions League final, I doubt they will. Josie Annie. Right, more thoughts here. This one's from Sagado Ifai from VI. I hope you're at work now. Says it's special, it's massive, and always exciting to have the Champions League back. I can't wait for the games to begin. For your questions, yes, we can go to the Champions League final for a fourth consecutive occasion, even if it will be extremely tough this time around. Juventus with Ronaldo can also do it, while Liverpool cannot be written off as well. Always very well articulated. Thank you so much. Chiwe Nancy puts her thoughts up on our WhatsApp platform. Says Liverpool will not get to the UCL final this year. Their hitman Salah is not in form. Madrid may have to wait for another 5 years to get to the Champions League final. It's interesting how you guys rep Madrid off, but hey, I think Madrid have got, still the best squad across European football. Look at Modric is just Marcelo. I've got to think for that guy. Marcelo is just amazing as far as left backs go. But hey, great thoughts coming in there. What else do we have to do? We've got 1 minute before we wrap up on the show. The big question I wanted to ask, the final question I wanted to ask, is this the most open Champions League for years? Normally, we've never put it past Real Madrid or Barcelona, but we've got a massive Champions League on our hands, and from the sound of my voice, you can tell I'm excited, because you've got Real Madrid now who no longer have Ronaldo. Juventus, they've got Ronaldo, but they're not Real Madrid, right? And you've got Liverpool who've improved their squad. You've got Man City who've got a fantastic squad as well. I forgot to ask Man City. Can Man City do something? Can they defend as well as possible in the Champions League? I think it's the most open Champions League we've had in quite a long time, and we might just be set for a massive upset as far as this goes. But hey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Do we have any thoughts up on our Twitter platform? You know what? You guys are not doing well as far as Twitter goes. Hit us up on the Coffee Gang at hotfm_Lagos. Do follow us up on Twitter. And you know what? Just be part of this conversation. You can also be live in the studio with us as far as visual radio goes, hotfm.ng. My name is Yubby. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you with a Champions League special in the evening, 7 p.m. on the final pass. For myself, click, bang.
Hot Sport with Yubby on Hot 93.3.